Salvete omnes. Tranquilitas Ordinis. The tranquility of order. It's one of those qualities that the saints tell us is a must to become a saint. And it's something that we in this world rarely find, you know? Especially those of us who were brought up amidst the chaos, the lies, the perversions that were sold to us. We were poorly formed in just about every way, and on top of the poorly form, all the figures of authority in our lives who came to us either as teachers, adults from our parishes or from the world that we respected for one reason or another, teachers, again, maybe in one way or another, exemplars that we thought, oh, this is the way to go. And it wasn't. Fate has brought me back to the U.S. Naval Academy. Yeah, at least to the regions of it, all right? It's a place where once I spent quite a bit of time when I was doing duty here in the area, at other places, but not so far from here. And I was younger then, so I would go running around the perimeter here, the seawalls. And in any weather, at that time I was strong. I could do it in any weather, any time of year. And I could do the whole run. I could do it a couple times if I really wanted to. Those days be gone, so now I walk a lot. It's one of the best ways to keep the body in as tip-top shape as one can in a world full of a lot of hazards all around us from every direction. I recommend it, among other things. So, Tranquilitas Ordinis. It really is something that we all should strive for in our lives, but it's really hard to come by, isn't it, when the world comes at you from every which way. Problems within families, problems within the workplace, problems with our finances, perhaps problems with our relationships, perhaps problems in the place where we live or in the things that are happening. I think one of the reasons I come back here to the Naval Academy, because, you know, everything's ship-shape, right? They keep it clean. They've got to keep it in order for the midshipmen who are passing through here on their way to becoming officers in the Imperial Fleet. And it gives me a place where I can get a little bit of a respite from the chaos around me, the challenges, all the normal things that we hit all the time, right? The humiliations and that sort of thing. But it's a key principle. And how do you get it? Well, I'm a slow learner in spiritual affairs, but I have finally gotten it through my thick skull that the only way you get the Tranquilitas Ordinis is to put as much order into your life as you can. And that begins primarily with total abandonment to the will of God. And you know, those words, when you fear, at least for me, when I first heard them, I'm saying, okay, well, what does that mean really? How do I know the will of God? Well, the simple answer is that which is before you in your life is God's will for you. It doesn't mean that you don't strive for betterment and this, that, or the other thing, that you don't try to convert the people around you. It's not Oriental fatalism, right? It's not fatalism. But it's saying, this is where God placed me at this instant. Right now, this is where I am. These are the problem sets, the opportunities, the blessings, and the challenges, the good, bad, and the ugly. This is what's right before me right now. And that is God's will for me. He wants me to take up my cross and follow him. He wants us all to do that, particularly we Catholics who proclaim ourselves to follow every iota of tradition, right, as best we can. At least we want to. Whether we succeed or not, it's another question. Anyway, I leave you with that in these times where we seem to be approaching the great chastisement, right? Some culmination where there's a lot of chaos going to break out, as if we don't have it now. I mean, in certain parts of the world, you have to realize that a lot of people are dying, being tortured, being murdered. Catholics, right? Look at the Levant, the Middle East, the Southwest Asia, Africa. Look at what's happening to Catholics who proclaim the faith, be they in the clergy or the laity within the West. I mean, really proclaim the faith, right? What it really means, it implicates within society, within the church. Look what happens to them. So it's a challenging time. But we're blessed to be in it. But that's what's before us. So first we have to grasp, we have to say, thy will be done. Fiat voluntas tua. In my life, the life of my family, in what's going on around me, I will follow your will. Avete.